Hello friends, welcome to Techmaima YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to see how to take an input from the user. Okay, so to take an input from the user, you need to use a function called as input. So here I have given you an example. I just wrote this code. A equal to input enter a value. So when you use input function, then only you can take input from the user. Okay, so this code says enter a value. You get a value from user and print A. What user has entered, that will be displayed, and print type of A to display the data type. So it says string, like I have entered 23. 23 is displaying here, but it is taking as a string. Yes, in Python, generally whatever the input you give, integer, float or string, when you use input function, it will display only as a string. It won't take the data type format by default. It will consider it as a string only. Okay, but when you wanted to consider integer as an integer, float as a float, string as a string, in that case you need to go for eval function. Eval means evaluate, so it will evaluate and it will show. If it is integer, it will show only as an integer. Okay, so here you can see I used eval function here. Same code remains the same. I just copy pasted here and I just used eval function here. Okay, so I have entered a tuple. This is a tuple. Okay, so it's giving the result and it says the class tuple. Okay, because I used eval function here. The same thing here, same code. I used a list. I entered a list. Okay, so it shows the list and it says class also list. Okay, so this is a common thing and it's very important. Eval function is used to display the data type. Like if you're taking integer, it will display as an integer. Okay, so this is the purpose of eval. But in some cases, you need to take only integer as input. You cannot take string as input. Okay, in that case, what you can do, you have to use int function, int input. Okay, so see, same code I just used. I removed eval, I used int here. See, I have entered a string to show you. Okay, so it says invalid literal for int with base of 10 and Sam is what I have entered. So when you give only integer, it will accept. Okay, so that is the purpose of using int function, only int before the input. But the same thing, like when you wanted to display only float, then you can use float here. So whatever you enter, see I have entered 23, it will convert into float. So 23.0 is a float and class float it will display. So this is the purpose of using the int, float and everything before the input function. Okay, so I hope this video is clear. Okay, now I'll show you how to write this codes. For daily updates, please subscribe to our channel. Stay connected. Thank you.